This video shows how to execute Tasker tasks with the Voice for IoT Android app. Tasker is considered to be a hub in the app, so we need to add Tasker as a hub. We need to give the hub a name. Now select the hub type, Tasker. Now let's check to make sure the app can communicate with Tasker. I disabled Tasker and disabled Tasker external access to show some common errors we may encounter while using Tasker with the Voice for IoT Android app. We received the not enabled error, so let's enable Tasker. We received the access blocked error, so let's enable Tasker external access. And we have a connection to Tasker. Let's save the hub. Let's accept the default action association unless you're an advanced user. If you accidentally canceled this dialog, just resave the hub and you will get the dialog again. We can now create a task in Tasker. In this case, I will create a task which shows my IP cameras. Let's test the action. The Tasker action works. Let's save Tasker, excuse me. I need to add a new spoken device for this example because cameras are not a spoken device included on initial install. Adding a singular and plural version of a device helps the app with voice recognition. And it appears I already added cameras in preparation for this video. I'm now ready to add our first voice command for Tasker. First is spoken property. This allows the app to use the same voice commands for different real properties. For instance, you may have a hub at home and at work. In this case, we will be using home, which is also set as the default property on initial install. Because it is the default property, we won't need to include the word home in a spoken command. Second is the spoken location. Spoken location is a location at a real property. This app allows for chaining of voice commands, so we need to set a location for a device. For instance, kitchen lights would have a spoken location of kitchen. In this example, the command is not location dependent, so I'm going to uncheck the include spoken locations checkbox. Third is the spoken device. In this case, it will be camera. Fourth is the hub. This is the name we gave the Tasker Virtual Hub in the beginning of this video. Sixth is the address. This will be the name of the task we created in Tasker. I only have one task created. If you had other tasks, they'd be shown here. Tasker does not allow external apps to get unique IDs associated with the task name. So if you change the name of the task in Tasker, you'll have to edit this voice command to get the new address. And we can now save the voice command. Let's test the command. Turn on the cameras. And it works. Let's now make our command a little more user-friendly by adding the spoken action show. So we can show the cameras, so we can say show the cameras instead of turn on the cameras. Show the cameras. We get an error as the spoken action show does not have an action association for the Tasker Hub. So let's add that action association now. Show the cameras. And it works. I am also using the Voice for IoT bridge, which allows Voice for IoT to work with the Auto Voice Tasker plugin. I will go over the plugin in another video, but I'm going to update the plugin so I can make my Tasker task a little better. Show the cameras. And that works also. I will now create a toast message in Tasker which grabs the Voice for IoT variables. This may not be relevant in our current task, but you may want to use it in another Tasker task. . If tested from Tasker, the variables are not set. However, if we launch the app by voice command from the Voice for IoT app, Tasker will have the variables for the action, location, device, and device ID. Show the cameras.